This looks like a box of boxes. Let's open it up and find out. Yep. Ooh. I don't know what this is. I think that might be something to do with like engraver's wax. Hello, I'm Emily Rose. I'm the human being behind the gloved hands that is on this channel. I have a funny story that came from this video that I just wanted to put at the beginning because it was kind of kooky and I think worth telling. So in this video, I might include the clip actually before the main video plays. You're gonna see me find this tin of what looks like old Vaseline or something. You're also going to hear me joking about finding radium a lot. I was recently warned in these old watches that I'm going through, even though I wear gloves, I always try to be careful. I was warned that some watches have radium dials from a certain period of time, which means they were painted with radium paint, so they'd glow in the dark. That was more like back in the World War I, World War II era. But you can still find them, and some of them are a little bit dangerous. Of course, you want to be careful handing anything that's radioactive. And so since I was warned about that, I've been keeping my eye out in anything I see, just, hoping not to find anything that I'm going to have to deal with that's going to be a problem. So I found this stuff in the video, and I think absolutely nothing of it in the video, and I just set it aside. But after the video, after all of these videos, since this is a business for me as well, I'm finding these things for the purpose of selling them later. I sort everything out that I found into different categories of stuff, especially the broken stuff, so I can later package it all together and sell it in different lots. And so as I was putting this into this box of all the watchmaker tools and things I find, as I set it down in the dark, and I'll include a picture here, it was glowing bright green, and I was a little worried. I had to contact, of course, because if it was radium paint, I can't just put that in the trash legally. It's because it's a dangerous material. So I had to contact the Nuclear Regulatory Committee or Commission hotline and asked them what to do. They had some people come to my house with a Geiger counter to check it out. And in the end, it was determined that this is not radium paint. This is not radioactive. As far as I know, it's not dangerous any more than any other regular old paint. It's just old glow-in-the-dark paint. If this was nighttime, I would show you that it does glow in the dark. Like I said, there'll be pictures. But yeah, so the moral of that story, one, of course, it's just a funny anecdote for me going through these things, especially because I mention it so much in the video. I believe even after making the video, I recorded a short joking about how I didn't think I'd found any radium that day. And the video is coming out later than I planned, just because I wanted to know the conclusion of this before I edit it and post it, just in case, it was dangerous. I wanted to make a note. But yeah, nothing I have, as far as I know, is a radium dial. I am still keeping my eye out. But also, just if you're a hobbyist and you're watching these videos not just as like something to put on in the background, but it's something you're interested in, do have an awareness that some of these things, of course, have material maybe or paint on them that isn't safe. And just educate yourself on what you should be doing in the scenario that you find something like that. Make sure you are looking at your watches and it seems like anything later than 1960 isn't really a concern. They stopped using it by then. It seems especially early 20th century, from my understanding, is when they were painting with radium dials. I'd also recommend, if you're interested in kind of the history of that, looking into the Radium girls. I don't have the whole story memorized, so I won't tell it here. There's a lot of people who tell it better than me. It is a little graphic and gory, and it talks about a lot of medical, health problems, so be warned looking it up if that is something you're sensitive to. But it is really interesting and really enlightening, and it's a part of the history of watchmaking. So if you are into horology as a hobby, or if you just are interested in historical things, I would recommend that. But anyway, enjoy the video. Hello and welcome back. My name is Emily Rose. I run Shop Rose's Attic on Etsy and also this YouTube channel. Today, we got a big one. I have an enormous box of jewelry and watch parts and I don't know what else. And it needs to be gone through. It cannot just keep sitting here like this. I'm going to try to get through all of it today. We'll see how far I actually get because there's a lot here. But I'm basically just looking as usual for things that I could sell in my shop, things that could be reused by somebody else, anything that isn't garbage essentially, and just categorizing it, figuring out where it's gonna go and when it's gonna go. So let's get started right off the top. I see this necklace. It's super cute. It's kind of candy colored, just a simple bead necklace. That'll definitely go up. That's a pretty easy grab for me. It does have a price tag on it. I don't know if that'll be the price that I sell it for or not. I'm not actually sure where that came from. I also have, let's see, looks like there's a watch happening that has the wristband and everything. It says it's Geneva. Let's see if it works. It winds, lets me set the time. Let me see if it'll do anything else. I'm not sure if this is battery powered or what. This brand. That is not wanting me to do any more to it than set the time. So I'll just set that aside to be a part of some later lot. Try saying that 5 times fast. But it is cute. Let's see what else. Another necklace. Oh gosh. It's everywhere. Oh, this thing's huge. Oh, and it's multiple strands. So this is, looks like a 4-strand, very long. So long I can't show it all at once on camera, straightened out. Black bead necklace, that's definitely gonna go up. Looks like you could kind of layer it. So then it's even more strands, or looks like it's still very long. That's still a long necklace, even when it's doubled over on itself. Has a fun sound to it. That'll definitely be getting posted soon once I get it cleaned up. Let's see what else. There's a lot of necklaces just sitting right on top here. Oh gosh. Oh, these are tangled together. Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay, this one's free now. That's pretty. It has these clear beads that look like leaves and flowers, and they have little faux pearls. There's a little twist on, twist off closure. That'll also go up for sure. All these are currently marked like $8. I'm not sure what I'll end up putting them up for. It'll probably be around that same price. All right, moving on. Let's see. There's another necklace right on top. Another, it looks like 4 strands. And these are just these teeny tiny beads. They're kind of fun to play with. They're all different lengths, so it'll sit on the neck in kind of a tiered way. That'll definitely go up too. I always have a hard time telling how old these things are. This part does look older for sure. I always kind of assume at least 80s for these long kind of beaded situations. Another one. So this is a giant shell on a necklace. It also has little bits of shell, it looks like, on it throughout. It's very mermaidy. I'm not sure, again, when that would have been from. It's certainly a statement. You can see this shell is about the size of my palm. So that'll also go up eventually. Some mermaid will buy it. Maybe. We'll find out. This is a cute watch. It has these cute kind of red, yellow, and blue rainbowy details. Looks very 80s or 90s to me. Let's see, it looks like the time sets. This may be battery powered though. I would say just looking at the back of this is probably battery. So there's no real way for me to test and see if it works still. But I think even just for the style aspect, there's a lot of potential there. I'll probably list it just with the note of it hasn't been tested, probably needs at least a battery. But it's still cute. It's like a cuff. Let's see. All right, what else? There's a lot of necklaces right off the top. This combines the two. This is a necklace. Looks like you wear it this, like POV, you're the neck, and you wear it and you're able to pick it up and look at the time. Let's see, it's missing at least one rhinestone, which is sad. In fact, I think just one, which is somehow sadder. It is also missing the little crown where you set the watch and, you know, wind it and all that. So it's not usable in its current state, but that's still a funky little piece. I'll probably look into it. I can't read. It looks like the brand says Fashion Time. It's kind of hard to read because the hand's in the way and I have no way of moving the hand. But that's still a cute piece. Not sure what I'll do with that yet. That might not go up immediately just because of it's missing things, and of course the watch isn't currently working. But I'll look into this brand and this design and see if it's something that people are still looking for sure. Let's see, I have a Avon box here, a box within the box. Let's see what's in this. It says Mood Dial Ring Watch. Oh gosh. My 2090s girls will remember having ring watches. This one looks like it was digital. I have no way of... I don't think this currently works. I have no way of... I don't even know how you would change that battery. But meant was for someone with even smaller hands. Maybe. Or at least somebody not wearing latex gloves. But it looks like the dial itself, the face changes like a mood ring. It has all the instructions. It also says instructions for analog watch, and this is not analog. So I'm wondering if this is an unrelated mood or like finger ring watch that was just put away in this case. I really don't know. Because it's certainly not analog. It does also have buttons. It has, talks about in the instructions there being buttons. There is buttons on it to change the mode and all that, like you would expect in a regular. I'm not sure. The battery of this watch is not replaceable. So this is something that's not going to work again. But it's still kind of neat just for the nostalgia's sake. Who knows? I'm going to look into that more. I'm going to see if I can find this same like Avon to make sure it's really Avon See if anyone's looking to have one just for the nostalgia aspect of it. Just kind of the Y2K core, whatever you want to call that. Let's see. Oh, there's so much empty bag. I'll just throw that away. I mean, I'll give you a little peek inside the box after everything we just took out. So there is quite a bit in here. Still, I might actually just leave this over the box for a moment. So it looks like an old watch case, or the band without anything in it. Got a lot of those going. And here's just the wristband of a watch, it looks like. No watch to be found, but it doesn't look like it's necessarily broken or anything itself, so that's always good news. Kind of odd. I don't know exactly what's happening here with this clasp. I don't know if that's broken or just awkward looking. I suppose it closes short. Maybe for someone with really big hands, this does feel like a man's wristband. Let's see, Le Baron quartz. This is another little digital watch that I don't have a battery to test. Again, I'll just look in and see if this is something people are interested in restoring. It has a big Made in China sticker stuck to the back, so I'm not sure if this is a particularly notable brand. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look into that one. That'll go with my other broken watches for now. Wristband. You can see all the gunk in there from whoever wore it and owned it and did not clean it. Let's see, another one. You can see the kind of the gunk. Usually they're pretty dirty. Another part of the band. Another band plus the part of the case for the watch itself. Just curious if this is rolled gold. It doesn't say. It says Baldwin on it. It doesn't necessarily say that it's anything special other than that. Another thing for the pile. Got several piles happening. Another wristband with no more watch. This one says, I can't read that. No, this one, the parts on this, or something at least, I don't know if it's this case. It says it's rolled gold. I don't know what part, because this is also a sort of a string fabric. See, here is a, oh, not a watch, empty case. Another part of a case. I think there's going to be a lot of parts in this. Another part of a case. Another empty watch case with the wristband. Let's see, this one looks like it used to have a bulova, and this one's also rolled gold. I'm thinking of putting all these rolled gold things in like a scrap lot. Not sure yet what we're doing with that. Let's see, this is just a watch movement that's in some plastic. Let's see if we can read on it what it's a movement for. I don't see anything that says what that is. It's missing a battery. This one's something battery powered. Let's see if we can get it back in there. I don't know. Just a random movement to go with my other random movements. Another empty case. Again, some of these look like they may be rolled gold or something, but it's hard to tell. This is a necklace. Ooh. kind of funny. It's got this green snowflake and this beaded and ribboned, looks like 3-strand necklace. These funky pieces of like coral or crystal or something in them. Very specific. A lime green snowflake. I've not seen that before. We'll have to see where that lies on people's interest, where it is in the realm of interest. Just staying with the necklaces for a minute. This looks like, I was gonna say that's baby Jesus. That's Jesus. This is crucifix. First I thought that these were magnets, but I don't think they are. I think it's just a very odd sort of shiny metal bead. Interesting. I usually always post the things that I find that are cross necklaces and things like that, because it's something that just doesn't go out of style for people. It seems like, of course, this is an Accutron, which is always nice to see. I don't have any batteries to test this. I have a couple Accutrons like this, though. This one has a back on it, which is nice. So I may try to find batteries soon to test some of these battery-powered watches, but this is a name that people definitely look for. So I will be certainly trying to get that up on my shop at some point. Maybe just not immediately. I keep thinking that I'm seeing this secondhand move, but it is not. It is just an optical illusion. If I'm pausing. Into the pile it goes. This one says Chateau. So single, how do you open this? Oh, it's, so I've not seen a band like this. So it's all one piece of metal and you have to bend it in to open it. This is for someone with a very specific wrist size. I suppose maybe it's a women's. It fits on my wrist just about right. Let's see. Base metal, stainless steel, nothing too crazy there. I'll give it a try to wind it. It looks like the face is at least cracked. I always set, if you haven't seen my other videos, I always set the watches to midnight if I can. And then when they're mechanical, like mechanically powered, I try to wind them to see if they'll tick again. This one, it's let me set the time, which is always good, but it won't let me wind it at all. It feels like maybe it was overwound already, so that's not going to work for us today. But it's got kind of an interesting little wristband. I don't know. That'll go with the other. There's a lot of, in this, it seems like there's a lot of these bracelet kind of watch faces in this set. There's another watch band. Let's see. There's another watch. This looks like a Red Hat Society situation. Do people know what that is these days? Like the women's group, everybody goes out and they wear red hats. I think it's a charity thing. I'm not really sure. Looks like it has mold on it because it's old leather, so that's gross. And that's part of why I'm wearing gloves. I would think this is battery powered. It's also missing the crown, so I can't really do a lot with it. But that's interesting. I haven't seen that. The Christine brand. Not sure what I'll do with this again, since it looks like it has some funky things happening to it. But we'll see. It'll end up in a lot somehow, just maybe without the leather part. Who knows? Speaking of more leather parts, this, what am I looking at? I like the hands on this one. This is, it says Illusions. Has a leather leather or pleather. No, it says calfskin. So real leather strap that is very dirty. Looks like it has like the original tag from the store on it. It's just mangled up. But I don't know that this is gonna work. It has kind of a hole in the face where the metal's corroded. I don't know if this is a mechanical one or not by the look of it. If I can even get it to pop out. In fact, I'm seeing it's already set to midnight. I think I may have tried this before a different time, because that's not gonna wind at all. But it's a shame. If I could get it cleaned up, I think just for this kind of funky 80s, 90s neon squiggly hand situation, it's cool. It just would need a little bit of work and love and polishing and cleaning for sure. Let's see, no working watches yet. So far we've found at least 2 every video, so we'll see. This one is kind of fun. It's like this tortoise shell sort of clear plastic. And it says Disney. It has a little Mickey Mouse at the top. It has a sort of shell-like back that's not picking up well on camera, but it's kind of iridescent. Oh, I always forget what that's called. I'm gonna see if I can set the time and if I can get it working. It might be battery powered. Probably should just look at the back and double check. It doesn't say one way or another on the back. I just doubt that this is. Yeah, so that I think is probably battery powered. Certainly not ticking for me doing that. And I mean, you would see the second hand moving if it was working. But it's Disney brand. I don't know why. I don't know what about this is Disney. I don't know if that was taken from, like if the inside was put in a different case. This might be one of the original, a watch of an original Disney adult. You never know. Who knows? In the pile. It goes. Sad. Vanished to the pile. There's another digital watch. With this one feels more like a pleather strap. You can kind of see it's falling apart. And, ooh, well that just came out. Let's put that back in. And that's not going to turn on for us. I am still collecting and putting together all of my digital watches I find. And I'm probably just going to put them all in one giant group to sell for parts or for crafts or whatever people think. I know people do different things with these sort of scrap parts. They do different art projects. I had somebody comment about how they do sculptures. So who knows? I'll put it out there. There's another wristband. This one is less offensive than some of them have been. Looks like it's complete almost too. This looks like a box of boxes. Let's open it up and find out. Yep. Ooh. I don't know what this is. I think that might be something to do with like engraver's wax. I know I've seen some things of that. Quick Fit. These are like boxes, little tiny tins of wax that probably came from whatever watchmaker I got all this stuff from. Looks like somebody tried to sell it for $125, or they marked this box $125. Not sure what I can do with that. Anything in this is probably several decades expired, but oh well. Set it aside for now. Who knows? Maybe it's like old makeup where some people want to keep that sort of thing just to have it. This sticker stuck to it. This necklace is pretty. It's very, to me, this is very 90s or 2000s. Like, kind of part of that, like, whimsy goth look that's coming back around. Like, I could see Lorelai Gilmore. Maybe not her, but somebody on that show wearing something like this. Gives me Twilight vibes too. I don't know why, but that'll probably go up. Just a simple beaded necklace with all these little round shell kind of pieces at the bottom. Lots of beaded necklaces. See, random piece of wire for me to not stab myself on. That will be trash. Casing that belonged to someone named Dave Johnson in 1975, and he never came to pick it up. This, I'm gonna cover up the last name, even though this is 1975. Someone named Dave, or Davey, I think it's Dave, left this at the watch shop in 1975 and never came back for it, it seems like. It has a phone number on the back too, without an area code, but I still, even if this person is most likely not alive, I don't want to give out their information. So it's kind of cool though to see the original date when they brought this in, when they were supposed to pick it up. They're a little bit overdue by, what is that, 40 years? 50 years. Wow, 50 years. And what they were originally charged. Fun. I always love seeing those. I always keep those tags on when I can. This is a Timex that makes me nervous because it's kind of a little bit like green on the face. And I'm still a little wary of radium poisoning. Since I learned that's a thing I have to keep an eye out for. I think this would be way too late. Yeah, I think once you have battery power, you're outside the realm of things that could have radium in them, watch-wise. But that's not all together. There's no way of me testing that. It just was taped. This Scotch tape is probably older than a lot of the people watching this, but probably older than me. Q, Timex quartz. I'm not sure what I can do with that since it's not working. I'm gonna go with the other not working watches. Sometimes I pick these up and I swear to God I see the little second hand or one of the hands move, and it trips me out, because sometimes there are self-winding watches and that does happen, but I think this time I'm just crazy. It's also, it feels like this is a little loose in its case. It's a Calvert. That's what it says. Boop. It won't, for all that though, it won't wind. So another broken one. Sad. Empty case. This says Benrus. Nobody tells me how to pronounce these things, you know. This one is so tiny. Look how tiny that is. Who is that fitting? I don't know. But I'm going to set the watch to midnight. It did that just fine. It doesn't want to wind though. So again, this one's not going to work. This one has gold fill in it though. So who knows? Maybe for a scrap it's worth something. Maybe I can find this exact same design since it's kind of unique online, and there's, who knows, maybe there's people out there who are looking for these parts or to do some kind of restoration on something like this. But for now, not working, which is a bummer. Toothpick, gross. Probably actually one of mine that I use to sometimes clean dirt off of things. Ooh, I just got stabbed. We'll look into that in a minute. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. A piece of glass. Nothing crazy. This just poked me. If you can see it. I just got stabbed by this. Part of why I'm wearing gloves, although these weren't quite thick enough to keep that out. I'm probably fine, but I don't know what tool this is. Vigor Swiss Sometimes I set these tools aside too, just to see if there's something I can sell. So that's what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm not gonna stab myself on it again. That's why I'm going through these boxes. So I don't have to come across giant pieces of wire with little pointy ends when I'm in the middle. Giant, it's just a giant pin. Just a giant straight pin that's bent. So no longer straight. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's so much here. So I'm like, I hope we can get through it all today. We'll see how much I can do. Another case. Gotta move a little faster. 2 more pieces of case. This one's Milan. It has the chain, although is it broken? This looks kind of odd, as if I think part of it, the band is broken. It's already set to midnight. I probably tried this some years ago. It spins, but I don't see it doing anything. That might be battery powered. It's cute, but it doesn't work. Okay. Let's see, this one's a Sato. This would have been a digital watch, but now it's gone. And it's just a case. All right. This is looks like a Hella Bros watch. And that one's not winding, but it is super cute. A dainty little thing. Lots getting added to that. A lot of broken watches. This is a Wrangler digital watch that is, again, not currently working. Maybe with a battery it would, but for now it does not, and so it goes in our pile. Things that just are not working out. Another crazy watch band. Oh, this one's engraved. It says, you see that? ORW. I don't know who ORW is. Apparently this was theirs. And now it's in the pile. This one's a Bulova. This one's actually really pretty. I like the style of this face, although of course the glass is so scratched it's hard to see. It doesn't say. It says all the shock resistant, anti-magnetic, stainless steel. I don't see a date stamp on this, which usually to me means these are older, but this also, the way the back looks to me almost looks like it's digital, or excuse me, that it's battery powered. So I wonder if I can set this watch. I might not even be able to set it. Unless this is in a different case than original. It says waterproof. Maybe this was, maybe that's the only reason why, is it was waterproof. I can't get this crown to pop out to even try to set it. And I certainly can't wind it. And it's cute. It's a shame. Another digital watch. It's clearly very much not functioning. That's gonna go straight in the lot of vintage watches I have that are broken. This is pretty. It's a Clifford. Looks like, yeah, rolled gold plate case. Let's see if I can set it at all. No, maybe not. Yeah, that's not wanting to turn any kind of positive way. But that's cute. It looks very old. This looks kind of like some of the watches I found that were from the 20s. But I just don't think it's gonna turn or wind. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to force it too much. Still a cute watch. It'll be cute in a lot someday. This one says Orvin, 17 jewels. It has the crown, but it has no hands, so there's no setting this watch. In fact, it almost feels like there's nothing in this. I'll have to check that there's even a movement inside this because of how, I don't know, that just felt like there's nothing back there. We'll see. Something about that's not working currently. Let's see. This one. Ooh. I think this is like the 1950s equivalent of when you drop your phone on the ground and it just shatters and you're sad. That's what kind of day this person had. If you need a way to emphasize, oh my gosh, if you need a way to empathize, thank you. Jesus. This isn't gonna wind either. It looks like it says Empire. It sets the time as if you can read it, but it doesn't. No wind to that. Just broken. Sad. Let's see. What is in this bag? I see a 4-H pin. Anyone in 4-H? You want a 4-H pin? And then what are these? You see, I get bags like this all the time. And every time I see them, all I can do is wonder, how are any of these things related to one another? You have, let's just open it up a moment and take a look. You have a 4-H camp pin. You have what looks like a pocket watch case. Which, does that say anything on the inside? I can't tell. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's particularly marked, but that's a pocket watch case. For sure, because of the size. It's big. And then you have all these little beads. This looks like almost like a tiny little cameo. In fact, it looks like there's 2 cameos in there. And then just like bits of dirt and garbage. I would think that those are not like real. Just don't know what these things have to do with each other. And then 4-H camp pin. Almost looks like it had even more writing on the back, but nope, just a tiny little baby 4-H camp pin, which I probably will definitely put up on my shop just because I think that's cute. But with this stuff, I don't know anymore what to do with these sorts of things. These might end up just getting thrown away, unfortunately. I mean, the cameos are kind of cool, but they also look really dirty. I'm going to set those aside. Talk about tiny watch. I mean, that's a tiny wristband. This one's Circle brand. These little sparkly bits make me wonder if they're chipped diamond. Like just itty bitty diamonds. Looks like it wants to set. I've never seen Circle brand, I don't think. There's a lot of brands that I'll only see once in a while. Oh. Can you hear that? Oh, it feels like it's... I don't want to overwind it. It feels like it could work. No. I'm not hearing anything. It is very cute though, and it feels like it could. See that? It has all the things I want it to have. It has the wristband, has the hands, of course you need those, and the glass isn't cracked, and it time sets and it winds, but I'm just not hearing anything happening on the inside when I wind it. Like there's no ticking happening. So that's sad. Again, whose wrist does that fit? I don't know. A very elegant child, maybe. Or somebody with a very tiny arm. Either way, they are not going to be able to tell time with this watch. At least not yet. Let's see, this one, Loris. That does not... Oh. That'll set, but it only has one hand and it has no glass, so that doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you that one's not gonna work. This one's engraved though. Jim W. Gilbert Sr. Well, Jim, your watch is still broken. I'm sorry. It's probably been 50 years, but it's unfortunately still like this. They never got around to it. Another digital watch. Really old digital watch. I'm gonna just put in the scrap in a lot with a bunch of others. This one's really pretty. Windsor Princess, Geneva. All the anti-magnetic warnings. Let's see. It's funny. It seems like, although I don't know. Oh, see, the first red flag for me here is when I try to set it to exactly 12 o'clock, it won't. There's no way for me to set it to exactly 12. So that's probably a sign this one's not gonna work. You can see how dirty my gloves are getting. But let's find out. Maybe it will, maybe it just needs a little bit of repair. In fact, you can see the little second hand moving. Who am I to judge so quickly? The only issue is, like I said, it doesn't set exactly to midnight. So this watch is never going to be exactly on time as it is. So it still would need servicing. But that's our first working watch. I think we're almost an hour into this. The Windsor Princess is ticking away for us after all this time. I don't know how old this one is. I'd have to look into that, but I'll set that aside. And it'll probably be put up just with the caveat that whoever buys it does need to get it serviced, just because of that issue where it won't set exactly to 12 o'clock. It won't set exactly to a correct time. But that one otherwise is a winner. Okay, in it for the long run today. This one has this kind of pretty blue tint to it. How do you pronounce this? An Armatron Now. Armatron Now, it says. Let's see. Water resistant up to 100 feet and everything. So this is a newer watch, but looks like it's already set to midnight. I would think this probably just doesn't wind. Yeah, you don't hear any clicking or ticking. This is probably a battery powered one. I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably battery powered, hence the Tron in the name. Yeah, the back, it looks like that's the case. But that is very pretty. It's kind of has this blue glow to it. It's very, I don't know, very, I would guess this has to be 70s or 80s based on the age of everything else I have in this lot. At the latest, I would think it's 70s or 80s, but it almost has like a, I don't know, has like a 90s color thing happening. Let me know if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that quite makes sense. Let's see. Oh, this one's cute. What is this called? Dynasty. I love this. I love how this looks. Oh, and you can just, oh, that's fun. Like, how are you going to be mad at that? Wow. That doesn't want to turn at all, though. This is one, though, where sometimes I find things and I'm like, what if I just keep it? This is one that if I were to pick a watch out of all of the watches I have, this is one of the few where I'd be like, oh, I would want to personally get this one restored just because it's so interesting. It's gonna go with all the other broken ones for now, but on a different day, I'll have to look into this brand to see if this is a common design, and then I might put it up just as a for repair because it's so, I think that's so cute. Isn't that cute? Tell me in the comments that's cute. Thank you. This one's Westfield. It doesn't have glass on it, so that's working against us. Gosh, this watch, this Windsor Princess is loud. I can hear it all the way on the other side of my desk. Can you hear it? It's just ticking away. You may be able to hear that the rest of the video, even where it's sitting. But I'm gonna try to set the time on this. I think I'm wasting my time a little bit though, just because there's no glass. I can't imagine this is good. You can see how dirty my gloves are getting from going through all this. I clean everything as best as I can before I put it up, but beforehand, man, is it crazy. Let's see. It has that good sound. Has given me false hope, I think. That was a lot of winding. Ooh. Knocking into my camera. That was a lot of winding. And I don't see anything moving. I don't know if anything could move, just because, I mean, you can see this face has been dirty from the fact that the glass is gone. But it's cute. I still think it's a little cutie pie. It just isn't gonna... Oh! You see that? So that one's working. With the little second hand ticking away, you can see it right there. Again, the only problem is there's no glass on this. So I can't just sell it as a working watch because you can't just wear this without the proper covering. But if somebody wants a project, a restoration project, this might be great as a starter where it's already mostly working. I'm not sure, but I'll be setting that aside, looking into it. I probably will post that just again with the full transparency of this is something you're going to want to service or get serviced. This is more for the hobbyists than just the collectors. These are our two so far, both of which have this like second hand below. So that's kind of fun. They're both ticking. Set those back. Let's see. This one, the glass is cloudy, but it's Timex, I can tell. And it looks like it's already set to midnight. I may have already tested this before. But who knows? It's turning as if it'll work. So let's find out. Oh. Yeah, that one is also ticking. Now we're hitting, I guess, the gold mine of them. That one's working, as were those other two. I can't tell what age of Timex this is, and of course the face is so cloudy. I don't know if that's something I can polish out or not. I'm just checking the band as well. It says more flex. Yeah, I don't know what age that would be. I would guess mid-century, but who knows? With the women's watches, sometimes it can be hard to tell. But that's another win. That's 3. Is that 3 for 3? Have we had any broken ones along the way? I forget. This one doesn't really say what it is. It does say it's battery powered though, so I'm not gonna really try it. It's kind of funny. Oval shaped. No brand. I don't know exactly when this would be. I would assume this is more modern. Of course, especially since it has a battery. The brand of the actual band, it says flower brand on it. Made in Hong Kong. But I think this is just like a generic, kind of just a cheap watch. So let's see. Empty case. They always look funny to me when they're old and scratched up, but there's nothing in them. I don't know why it feels like something you'd see in like a shipwreck museum. I don't know why. That's the like a porthole maybe is what I'm thinking with that. I don't know. This says Mondaine. This has the whole back is exposed. So I doubt that's gonna work, especially there's no crown. But that is really pretty. Maybe somebody else could fix it. I'll probably put that in a lot of other watches. I don't know. I don't know that brand. And I couldn't tell you what needs fixed about it other than the obvious. Let's see. Here's another one with an open back. Ooh, this one's pretty too. Oh, it's so sad when the pretty ones are broken. This one is Helibros or Helbros. It sets the time. I wonder if it works, because if it works and it just doesn't have a back to it, the movement at least can still be sold. Let's see, you can see the back perspective of what this looks like. So when you turn it, you can see the gears. And when it's working, you'd see that this top one going back and forth. It might do it a little bit just because I'm moving it, but I don't think this is coming back to life. Let's see. Yeah. I don't think that one is gonna work in its current state. But look at that face, it's pretty. And it has this beautiful, for the second hand, it has like a little red arrow. Ah, sad. Makes me sad. Not too sad. We're still good, but... Oh, and this digital face looks like what should be in this. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there, but I think these two go together. Yeah. It still doesn't work. But I think that's those two are a pair. This digital watch would be really cute if it worked. It kind of, again, is that 90s, early 2000s Hello Kitty girl look that's coming back in vogue in different ways. Put that back with the broken digital watches now that I found the inside. Let's see, there's so much here still. Thank you for sticking with me the long haul if you're still awake or if you're still watching. This empty case, Star Case Company. It's just a generic case, although it is gold, so scrap metal. This, ooh, another one that's really pretty, but, and this time I'm not imagining it. That is ticking. Well, would you look at that? This is ticking. It's missing the crown, so there's no way to set the time. It also looks like it's sideways in this case, but that's just ticking away. Can you hear it? That one's quieter, for sure. I think it's Weiler brand. I wonder how old that is, but it's clearly, so the back says Inca block, but I don't think this is an Inca, or I guess it says Inca Flex. So maybe this is the original band, or this is the original case back. Oh, but it's definitely like one of the self-winding ones where you move it a little bit and it starts working again. But it's a problem if you can't set the time. So I'll put that to the side. Maybe I'll take off the back and look into it. And if it's a desirable movement, again, where somebody would want to make that a project, I'll put it up. But again, another watch I can't really just sell as a working watch, even though it works. See it? That's number 4, as far as ones that work. Out of, gosh, who even knows how many. Another case. Let's see. This is another case, another one. So the BMC on the inside, I wonder if that's engraved or a brand. Another gross band. Yeah. Just, you gotta think that, I mean, it's the whole, not to be disgusting about it, but the whole human dust is usually just like dead skin. Just think about that, but it's trapped because it's in your watch band, and then you never clean it, and then decades pass. That's why I'm wearing gloves. I might cut that story out. That might be too gross. Let's see, another watch, Japanese movement watch that doesn't have a brand name on it. Let's see if it winds. I don't think this winds. In fact, I think this says, it says battery on the back. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Another simple little watch. Kind of running out of space over here. Another case. This one looks like it's a pocket watch. Benru. Self-winding, dust-proof. Well, dust-proof. Yeah, this is definitely, I would say, still dust-proof. Roll gold, all that, but there's no watch in it. Just the case. I'd say that's pocket watch just because of the shape of it. More case. This one was Bulova. This is, who knows what. Inside of a watch case. This one, cover up the name on it. Somebody named Thomas went to get their watch hand cleaned in 1952. You can see it, 4/4/52. And they were supposed to get it back later that week, and they never did. No phone number on this one or anything. Just name. I think I can show that name. That person's, I really doubt is alive. If they are alive, hey, I have your watch. Hey, come pick up your watch. Looks like it was a Sheffield watch. And now the watch part, though, is gone. I don't know. You see, it has like they're cleaning one of the hands, and that's why it was brought in. But because I keep finding these, I don't know if this was also like a pawn shop. Like, oh, if you can't pay for the repair by the end of the week, we keep your watch. I don't know. Or resell your watch. I kind of wonder if that's what was going on, but, or maybe they just never made it. I don't know. Kind of a mystery to me. But now it's a band that has nothing in it. Another just part. This one's cute. This one says Nisus or Nisus. They really need to... I mean, I cannot demand that they change the language of... I think a lot of these watches have like Swiss or European names because they're made in Switzerland, or it's a Swiss movement. I don't know. Lots of things that I'm not sure exactly how to say. This also has no crown, so there's no way for me to test if this works. It's super cute though. I love the black and brown. It looks kind of 20s or 30s. Looks like it's really aged on the inside. It's one that's gonna have to go, unfortunately, in the broken watch lot. But I'd be curious how old that is, for sure. More glass. More just watch glass. Sorry if I just triggered anybody's cat or dog by going and I just did it again. Said something ends. Somebody who worked at the shop engraved what this is on the front of it. I can't open it though, I don't think. At least not with the gloves on. I think this might be corroded shut. But something screws, probably very small watch parts are in here. I might see if I can get it open later or on a different day. And then if it's parts that look like they're good, and if it looks like they're identifiable, I could sell them. But that might just be what that is for now. I keep thinking I have to sneeze. This is an Express or LA Express watch. Has these pretty, like, I don't know, it's not opal. Abalone? That kind of like iridescent shell again. I would think this is probably battery powered. Looks like I've tried it before. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. But that's cute. It's very, I don't know. It's of a very specific style that I couldn't put a name to. I would assume 80s or 90s. Cute. Empty Bulova case. Another Bulova watch that I will probably assume is not gonna, just based on the fact that it's set to midnight, that then becomes my tale. Because I've tried to go through some of these watches before, just in a much less organized manner. And when I find one that's already at midnight perfectly, that's kind of my tell that I've probably tested it before in the past and it's just gotten mixed back in. Because when I'm turning that, that's not doing anything. There's no noise coming out of that. I don't know that it's P7. I'm not sure what year that'd be, but I have a feeling that probably has a battery in it. It's got a cute band though, for sure. I want to pull this out. I'm eyeballing this. It's in a bag. Sarah Coventry, which is a brand I'm familiar with my jewelry sales I do. Kind of a 70s brand. Has this cute little green on the crown, but the whole back is off, and it's clear that it needs a battery, which again, I still do not have just watch batteries for testing things. And of course it's missing a back, but that is very cute. I would wonder if someone will want that for repair. Can't tell if this band is broken or if that's the style. I'd say there's a piece of the band missing too. But isn't that darling otherwise? Man. How dare it be cute and not work. Empty bag. Love that. Another empty bag. I love that as well. Let's see. This is a pocket watch. Cardinal. You can see the engraving on the back. I don't think, although it's kind of hard to tell what way you're supposed to wind it. Based on the fact that it doesn't turn this way at all, I'm going to say this is probably not a working watch. It's overwound, I would say. But still cute. Maybe somebody is looking for this to work on. But it won't be me, unfortunately. Let's see, this is a cute band. This is another, this one's advanced. It's a battery powered one, so I'm not gonna even try. Maybe the other ones were advanced brand too. Just, they're not marked on the face. And usually the ones that are actually old are marked on the face. At some point, someone tried to sell it for $15. I don't know if they bought it for $15 and then it ended up here, or if it never sold. Again, it needs a battery, and I don't have a way of testing it at the moment. Oh well. Let's see. This is also Wrangler, but this looks like a women's watch. It's definitely battery powered, so I'm not going to try it. That's kind of cute. And still, like I said, Wrangler brand. I didn't really know they made watches. I thought they just did the jeans and maybe boots. But I'll have to double check that it's the same Wrangler, because I'm assuming that the font looks similar, but who knows. Kind of has a cowgirl style, maybe. I don't know. Case. Oh. Band that needs cleaned. I'm thinking of doing a video that is just cleaning these bands. Because if I ever put a lot together as I plan to and sell them, I need to clean them anyway. But also because it is so satisfying to get 40 or 50 years worth of gunk off of something. So if you're still awake and you're in the comments and you want to see that, comment. Say, hey, Emily, I want to see that. And I'll be like, hey, I got you. This Xanadu, I think that's probably battery powered too, because that's not winding or anything. And this one is the cowgirl watch. It has horseshoes. There's a Western theme starting to happen. It's missing the little pin that keeps that other side in place. So, and like I said, it's probably missing a battery, or if it's not missing a battery, it needs to be taken into the shop. It's got some corrosion, but it's cute. Other than all those things, it's cute. Let's see, this one's a Geneva. Let's see. I don't think is this one battery powered as well? It doesn't specify if it's battery powered on the back, but when you turn this and there's just no tension, I would say that that's probably a battery. Cute though. A lot of watches with the same kind of I don't know what you call this style still. I'm seeing a lot of watches that look like that. This one's long. What is this? I see RD. Please don't be Radium. This is a Seiko watch, which I believe is Japanese. Let's see. I don't feel anything when I turn that. I don't hear anything either. Although, it's hard to tell. I keep thinking I'm hearing it ticking, but I think I also might just be hearing my gloves crinkle when I hold it up to my ear because it's very faint. So I'm going to try to take off the back just to see if we can see anything moving around. And if it's moving around, then hey, it works. If not, ooh. Yeah, there's no way because that's a battery. And anything that has a battery still in it in this group has not been touched for, I would say, at least the minimum ballpark I would think is two or 3 decades. So that's not currently ticking. I think what I was hearing actually was this metal jingling. It kind of sounded like the tick, tick, tick of a watch. But that would need a new battery. It's cute though. Tiny. Let's see. Broken part of a band. This is a Benru. Again. Watch. Oh, it's already at midnight. Let's see. I don't think this one will tick. But I keep saying that, and then sometimes I'm wrong. I'm still hearing that one watch ticking over there. I'm not seeing the second hand moving. I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably not working. But it's cute. Or it could be cute with a little love. This stack of watches I have on this side over here is insane, by the way. I may have to move this and show you. I actually am going to move this just for the sake of I don't have room on my desk to keep emptying it how I was. So I'm going to be pulling mystery things from the side over here. This one's strawberry shortcake. It's cute. Looks like old school strawberry shortcake, so it's, I don't know, at least 90s. Bradley Time Division. I would say at least. I know the one I grew up with did not look like this. It's also, again, not... Oh, no, it'll set at midnight. For a second, I thought it wouldn't. Let's see. Ooh. Something is happening. Something is occurring. Let's see. It's almost like it's loose in its case, but this case seems also like it was made for it. So I'm trying to just set the time and then try to wind it. But I'll set the time and I'll pop it back in place, and then when I turn it, it's still moving the hands, which you don't want it to do. That defeats the purpose. So whether this is battery powered and it doesn't matter whether it's popped out or not, or regardless, it's not working. It's current state, but it's cute. Some strawberry shortcake fan, take this to the watch shop for sure. This one is Netsonic, which I would think is, yeah, definitely battery powered, so I'm not even going to try it. But it is pretty. It's got this like dark blue background. So cute, but again, in the pile for now. If you see any watches in this video that you love, but that aren't working, I am going to be posting the ones that are ticking first, and these I'm going to get to eventually. But if you see something and you're really like enamored with it, message me, leave a comment, you know, reach out in some way and let me know, and I can try to get it up for you, because the important thing to me is just getting them all somewhere where they can be useful and cared for, more than just letting them sit in a box. I just have to prioritize how I do that. This one says rumors. Maybe Stevie Nicks is on this watch. I don't know. It's a Fleetwood Mac joke for you. I don't think... Yeah, this also looks... It's Milan. I think this is also probably battery powered. Yeah, it doesn't do anything when I turn it. A lot of these cute little... I would think at this point like an 80s or 90s watch. Another watch. This one says Jules Jurgensen since 1740. And it's battery powered, so again, not gonna really try it. It's also missing its back, but it has this gold nugget band, which is pretty cool. I know I recently sold a gold nugget watch, and the person left a review saying they were mainly just buying it for the band to add links to an existing watch, so I might still list this eventually on its own just for that watch band's sake, but I don't have the back or a battery for that yet. More casing. Feels like we're getting toward the bottom, but this is really probably what's left is probably what I did in my first video, so this is going to be a very long video. This is probably going to be a 2-hour video. We'll find out. Excited to edit it. Another Milan, which I would think now is starting to just be synonymous with battery powered in my mind. It's missing a couple rhinestones on the front, which is sad. But I'm thinking this, I don't even know why I'm winding it if I think it's battery powered. Yeah, it's definitely battery powered. But that's cute. A lot of cute little round Milan watch faces. I wonder where they were sold. Oh gosh. Dropping things. These are just different parts of the case. This is probably for a movement that has a battery, and these are just parts. Try to pull out a bunch of parts really quick, just so I'm not getting confused. So I say that, I can't see anymore. I've found here a single, it says Duane on the back, single earring with some of the stuff missing from it. I doubt that those are real. It's just a little screw back earring. I'll set that to the side. Maybe I'll see the other one in here somewhere. This is another Benru watch, but again, the crown's broken off, so I can't try it out. Rolled gold though. Probably old. Just unfortunately old and also broken. Case. This is another Advance, which in my mind, Advance is a Walmart brand or something that they sold in Walmart, but I think I might be wrong. I don't know. This isn't going to do anything. I don't know why I'm trying it. Yeah, this is a battery powered one. But it would be cute. Again, it's missing part of the end. It seems like these ones that just have a chain and then clasp is attached to the end of it, just like clamped around the end. Keep having just like one half missing. Cute. Although I say Walmart brand for Advance, but really, I don't know that Walmart was really a thing yet when these were sold. So maybe Kmart. It just seems like more of a store brand, or like a big store brand. That was a little later than like all my Timexes and all my Bulova watches I find. It's just a different era of affordable watch. Band, rusted out. Another great reason to have gloves. You can see how dirty my gloves are getting. Let's see, another single screw back earring that says something I can't read on the back. No idea. This is pendant. This is the same thing where it's hanging on the necklace and you can pick it up and read it. This is Baroness. I wonder if this works. If I can pop it out even to try it. It's kind of in a really awkward spot. Oh, there we go. Let's see if I can turn it to set it. Okay, I can. It's just kind of a pain with the gloves. Plus it's surrounded by this really rough metal. Okay. Set at midnight. See if I can turn it at all. I kind of don't think that's going to happen. Oh. I just tore a hole in my glove doing that. Let's see. But it is winding just with some difficulty. That one's ticking. I really didn't think that'd tick. It is missing a couple rhinestones, which is unfortunate, but that's kind of crazy cool. It's ticking, and it's a pendant, and it's a key. There's a lot going on. But it's certainly, you can hear it ticking. I don't know what era this would have been. If this is 70s, if this is 80s. If it's older or younger than that, who knows? It says DO base metal on the back. I'll have to look into this. Something this specific of a shape, I usually can like photograph in Google Lens, and it'll come up with similar things, or it'll show me like if this is something that's still being sold somewhere, or more details are sometimes easier to find like that. That's neat. That's another, I'm counting that as another win. Let's see. Here's another Timex. Oh, it's already set to midnight and it doesn't turn. So that's just going to immediately go in the pile. Here's another. This is a Elgin. Has the logo too, which I now recognize from last video. I found some parts that had the Elgin logo on them, so now I know those are Elgin parts for sure. I would think this might be battery powered, to be honest, but it's super cute. Has these little pink and baby purple little, I assume, rhinestones. I don't see anything on it saying that it's gold. Maybe it is, I don't know. It says something right there. Can't read it. That's cute. Too bad. Maybe I'll take the back off and see it's a battery. And maybe I'll just get all the... Maybe once I've gone through everything, I will get a big bag of just the battery-powered watches that don't work. And I'll get some watch batteries and I'll actually test them to see if any of them just need a battery. But for now, they're going in the not working pile. until I have more info. This is a Cronel. Can't tell if that's a G or a C. Grono? Swiss. This looks really kind of corroded, but this also has like a really interesting texture to it, so I can't tell what's just the texture and what's actually corrosion. Let's see if I can get this to pop out. I don't think I can get that to move. I don't know if that's just because I've been doing this for an hour. No, that's stuck. That's stuck, but it's kind of a cool face, even though it's a little beat up. I still always appreciate the ones that are beat up. And oh, I see one ticking in here. I just saw this ticking, so that must be a self-wind, just from me shuffling around the box a bunch. You can see it. Oh, I think I'm holding it upside down. You can see it. This is, although it doesn't have a crown, so again, you'd need something there to be able to set the time. It looks like it says Logan's Automatic, the Admiral. I don't know. Now it stopped because I think it's, you know, you have to move it, I think, to keep it working. But I'm going to count that as another win. And it just is another win that would be a project watch for somebody, I think. Yeah, because now it's not to shake it. But I think that's kind of how it works, is just as you move throughout the day, it keeps wound. But just cold out the box. It's not going to do a whole lot. Neat. Let's see, there's so much I'm looking at here. Another flat line. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. Another digital watch for the digital watch pile. This one is super cute, but missing a crown. This looks like it says Central. I really like the design of this base, but it's missing parts. Sad. So sad. Another digital watch that's not going to work right now. Another Nelsonic. Nelsonic. No, it's Nelsonic. Let's see. Ooh, this one's Saxony. Doesn't have hands. And it also this doesn't turn like it would want to wind. Ooh. This is diamond tooled, electronically timed, so I would think that's battery. But it's also, like I said, missing hands, and it's missing the glass. So no wonder it's missing hands. Let me see what else I have here. This is a Bulova. Looks like I've already tried this one before. But it's cute, but I think that's either battery powered or that's just, that one's not working currently. It's a cute case, cute little watch, but it won't turn when I try to wind that right now. At least not with the gloves on. I don't think it would turn though, even with them off. I would think the gloves would help. Band. Case. More band. More band. You know, you hear people say as like a slang term that they have bands, as in they have like stacks of cash, like a lot of money. But I think I have a lot of bands right now, to be honest. Band. Oh gosh, let's see. This was a Pioneer watch. It's now empty. This one was a Bulova. It's now empty. What else? Is there any more? empty ones I can just take out of here. This one was Timex. Now it is not. Oh, this one's ticking. Ooh, 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 ooh. Another one that's randomly ticking. Or it was, I swear. Oh, now it's stopped. It was just sitting there. I saw it. Westfield 10K roll gold plate. It's missing the crown again, but... Do you see it? Did you see it? Oh my god. Oh, come on. That's sad. I swear to God, it was just sitting there, like in the box it was moving. It's the same that this did earlier, where it was moving in the box and then I pull it out and then it decides it wants to stop. But I swear, that second hand was somewhere else earlier. Now it's there. You can go back and check. So I might... I mean, of course, I can't sell it as a working watch. It has no crown to set the time. But again, as a project, it's sporadically doing what it's supposed to. I'm not sure. And else we have more bands. I have the most bands, and they're also gold. My bands are gold. This one's actually really cool. The pattern, if it'll show up on camera. It's got this kind of like Art Deco thing happening. This is a cufflink, I believe. Which, why not focus? Which is cool. At least either it's a cufflink or it looks like actually it was taken off something. So I'm not sure. Like it was a cufflink and now it's not. That's weird. And here's another one. Are they cufflinks or are they snapped off of something else? I can't tell. They match, but the bottom part doesn't. That's kind of weird. Buttons. Something. There's something happening there. Almost to the end here. More casing. This one was Wadsworth. This one was Bulova. More little pieces of watch glass. What else? Case. This one's Gruen. Part of a Bulova watch band. This one is a Bulova with a watch band. Looks like one that's not currently working though. Yeah, that's not gonna do nothing. Yeah, that's not doing anything. It has a band with it. It's cute. Gosh, this is the look of the wider picture of my desk right now is crazy. Part of a band. Part of a band. Another part of a band. This is what's left. Just an update for you. This is a part. $12 retail in 1977. Hey, maybe something. Not sure what that goes to, but it's certainly in plastic, so that's a good sign for it. Let's see. Another watch band. This looks like it was maybe part of a watch band. A lot of very old, dirty jewels on it. And now it's just scrap. Random beads. Where would we bead without them? I don't know. There's always something like that Also just like one of these random little basic kind of chains, like a keychain. Just random. Let's see. This was a part. This is probably now garbage. I can't even get that open. I'll see if I can get that open later, but it probably doesn't have anything in it anymore. Or and it's especially since it's not labeled, that probably will just go in the trash. Speaking of tools though. Oh, we're sleuthing. Got a little magnifying glass. Can show you the next one in the magnifying glass. Let's see, let me pick out a good one. So for instance, that's just cool. What does that say? Weiler. It's missing the glass. Inca Flex. So it's another Inca Black. Let's see. Doesn't have the glass on it. I think I just said that. But it might still tick. Has a good little winding sound. Yeah, that's ticking. So that's cool. It's just, again, missing the glass. But other than that, it's working. It could at least be sold for the movement. Let me see what else. This is a case with a face in it. It says Chalet, but there's nothing within the case anymore. Trying to make sure I'm in focus here. This one. What does that say? This is where these come in handy, maybe. That's just hard to read. I don't know. M something is the brand. M something is the brand. I don't think that's turning to tick though. Although maybe it is. It's hard to tell. It's making a little sound, but I can't really tell. And I'm also hearing all the watches that are working over there. So that makes it a little harder. Let's see. If I can get this pulled off. Pioneer, but it's a Monarch brand watch. I thought I was hearing it tick. So, see, it moves a little. I think it might be overwound or something though. Let's see. Yeah, it ticks for a second. You see that? But then I don't think it's going to stay ticking. So that's one I might put up, but it would just come with it's working sporadically. It needs service. That same kind of warning. Or just for parts. But since it ticks at all, I am going to put it with the working ones, even if it's not working perfectly. A win is still a win. Okay. This is another Bulova. It's missing part. Oh, it's missing that now. Let's see. This doesn't have any hands, so that's not going to work out. But it could have been cute. Let's see, I might, at this point, this is now what we're working with. Tilting this box to the side, trying to make room around here. This one's Saxony, no glass, no crown to try it out, but it's cute. Let's see. This one's a Gruen. Again, no crown to test it. Still adorable. Hopefully these things are in focus. Let's see. Still adorable. Not working. This one's Geneva. It's already set at midnight, so I can guess. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's too tight. But it's still, oh gosh, me dropping it's not gonna help. It's still cute. Geneva by Groff? I can't read that. Little cute watch. We're down to the little cute watches, some of which look really old. This one says Grant. Let me see if it ticks, but it does not have hands, so it's still not really working. So that ticks, but it doesn't have hands. So that would be something I would sell just for the movement. It actually looks like the movement's popping out the back a little anyway. So, but it's definitely ticking. To my chorus of ticking watches it goes. This is a Buren. That's not going to turn at all. Gold foil. Another edition. This one, can't read what that says. Kelton. Don't think I've seen a Kelton yet. This looks old, or at least the case looks old. And that doesn't want to turn. And that makes sense because there's no glass to it, so it's probably dirty on the inside. Always still worth a shot. Yeah, I don't hear anything. Wait. Am I going crazy? Because I think I hear that watch ticking, even though I barely touched it. It's hard to tell because now I'm just hearing all the other watches that are over there ticking. Let's see. I don't think I can get the back off. And look at what suddenly decided to move. While I figured this out. Science can't explain it. Science actually probably can explain it, but I don't understand it. This one's ticking. This one wants to work so bad, but I just can't say it is. What do you think? I think this one's ticking. I am going to set it aside, and I'll take the back off and take a look inside later off camera. But I think I'm going to count this one because I can hear it. And that's more than the vast majority of these watches can say, is that it's audible. This one, I don't even know if there's anything in this one. There's no hands, no crown. Pretty quickly goes over there. Another one with no crown to it, a Gelta or Kelta or Celta. Let's see. but cute, but in the pile it goes. This one, it's hard to read because the glass is really dirty and because the hands are in front of it. There is some kind of brand name on that, and it almost looks like the colors of like a German flag, like red, yellow, black. But I can't read what it says. I'd have to take the back off and look. But I also don't think it's going to work at all. Just based on... Ooh. Like a ghost. It's unwinding itself. But again, I speak too soon. It's ticking. Or is it? Wait. You know what I think I'm hearing? And I think it might be the case with this too. I think I am hearing something else in this pile over here has started ticking, and I don't know what, because it's huge. I mean, this is, if I can kind of get into it, this is my giant pile of the watches that aren't currently working, and somewhere in this pile it sounds like there is another ticking noise, but I could not tell you what. I don't even know if it'd be something I can see happening. But when I'm listening to hear if these other watches are working, put it back. When I'm listening to hear if the other watches are working, I am overhearing something on this side over here. So I have no idea. If you saw me miss something, please let me know. But I really don't know what that could be. It's working. There's a lot of sounds happening. This doesn't look like it's moving at all. So that tells me I was probably right that that isn't ticking. In fact, I can't really see either of these moving. So I think I was mistaken. I'm going to put those back over here. That's so confusing. And now I'll be wondering in future. See this one? It's another Westfield. Camera's not wanting to focus anymore. Let's see if I can fix that. It's another Westfield. Let me see if I can set the time on it. Maybe not. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not wanting to work at all. That's not even wanting to move enough for me to try to set the time. But it's cute. I've seen a lot of Westfields today, it feels like. It feels like. Okay. There's one in here that I keep seeing that I'm saving as best for last. This is an empty case. This one says Aerni, A-E-R-N-I. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I'm gonna set it. You know, I used to see these older watches. It doesn't set exactly at 12. I used to see these older watches where they're like kind of green, but then they're also kind of bronze. And I was like, oh, it just looks antique. Maybe that was a style thing. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, could be radium. Could be a radium dial that I'm playing with here. It's hard to say. Don't see anything that says that specifically. I've just learned about these things recently and now I'm paranoid. Let's see if it ticks. It's got a good wind-up sound. Don't want to overwind it, but I want to give it its best shot. Again, I keep hearing something else ticking now. That's crazy. You'd think if I thought there was radium on this, I'd be a little more careful about holding it to my head. But I don't think... Yeah, that one's just not going to work, even though it has a nice sound. My thumb's splitting through my glove. You can see how ruined my gloves are. Just from going through all this. Let's see. This is a Clifton. That one's not going to turn. This one's a Mayfair. That one's not gonna turn either. This one's a Benru. It doesn't have the crown or hands though, so no testing that. Coming to the last 3 watches here. Thank you for sticking with me. This one's an Orvin. No hands, but it does have the crown, so I'm gonna try to wind it up. Gosh, you can see what my gloves have been through in the last 2 hours. Oh. I briefly thought I was hearing something, but I don't think I am. You know, that one's not working. Last 2. This one says Chris. Oh, my hair's coming undone. Hope that wasn't on camera. Let's see. Can't tell. I don't think that one's working either. Little Chris watch. Yeah, I'm hearing nothing in that. The last watch that caught my eye is this Leroy. It's in this little rectangular case. What made me catch, or what caught my eye about this, it's gold filled, is I had some Elgin watches that were this shape that were working. I'm now realizing though, now that I picked this up, it only has one hand, so that's not great news. It just looked very old. It also doesn't wind. An unfortunate end, but it's totally okay because we have emptied, aside from some trash, we've emptied the box. And now there is all of our winners. Many of our ones that were not working. And then over here is a bunch of our parts. So anything you saw in the video that I said is probably going to go up, like the necklaces, some of those working watches. Those should be up soon within the next week on Shop Rose's Attic on Etsy. We're also on TikTok and Instagram with that same @Shop Rose's Attic. And of course, YouTube. Please like the video, subscribe if you've watched it to the end, and if you're still awake. Let me know which of these you were hoping worked, or what your favorite part was, or any ideas for future stuff. I have to go now put all these things away and then start cleaning what I've found. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day. Goodbye.